at Hollywood Studios today, and 30 years ago on this date, the Tower of Terror opened at what was then MGM Studios here at Walt Disney World. So today being the 30th anniversary of the Hollywood Tower Hotel, an extremely unique and interesting attraction, especially at a Disney park. We are gonna ride, we are gonna celebrate. I'm gonna share some fun facts about this attraction and why it's one of my favorites in all of Walt Disney World and really like in theme parkdom. It's one of my favorite rides out there. So let's go check in. Get our bags. Hello, Hollywood. We are in 2024, but we're going back to the 1930s. When you enter the park and turn onto Sunset Boulevard, the first building beckoning you is the Hollywood Tower Hotel. It's just looming back there. And this beautiful, sunny Art Deco architecture and colors. Something spooky at the end of the street. Or the boulevard, actually. This ride is so interesting for many reasons. One of them being that it is an IP and intellectual property. It's based on the Twilight Zone, but it's not one that you would expect. Disney actually licensed the rights to use Twilight Zone from CBS. Sometimes there will be a PhotoPass photographer out here with the suitcase you can take photos with, so I just did that. I am using Genie Plus today, and it's time for my lightning lane. It's a 60-minute standby wait right now. I love how, as you get closer, you can hear people screaming as they plummet. The sign is super cool also. The lights will sometimes come on from behind and say Tower of Terror. Does this make any like special noise? Not special enough. All right, so let's enter the lightning lane queue. It's all themed 1930s. There are two elevators in the ride. And one thing that's a really interesting kind of engineering feat is that the drop sequence that you get is randomized by computer. So you don't know, it could be, there's a few, if you've ridden a lot, you'll recognize like, oh, I got that one, oh, I got that one. They kind of feel familiar. And there's some that I like more than others, but you don't know what you're gonna get. It's randomized. And that is a really interesting feat of theme park engineering and Imagineering. The setting for the story is Halloween, 1939. We've got overgrown vines. Just beautiful, beautiful details. I do not feel like, this is one of those where it's like they don't make them like this anymore. Now they did make it like this at other parks through the years, but none is quite the same. None quite hits like the original. Disney has said that the Imagineers viewed 156 episodes of the Twilight Zone for inspiration when they were creating this ride. And you can see so many details and nods to different Twilight Zone episodes. And one thing I could tell you is I feel the AC. I feel it when we enter. It's full of details from the 1930s. And one thing that's cool is here they have the sign for the Tip Top Club, right? And they sort of tried to recreate this at Jollywood Nights, and hopefully they'll do it even better this year because there's so much potential there. And you can see so many cool details.
Oh, that's a cool little stick.
It is so good. It really, really is. You don't get a ton of time to look at all the details in here, but you can see that there was a lightning strike. You can see all the damage around. Thank you. There's so many amazing details in here, and we can see the High Society suite. I want to go up there. Top of the tower, I want to go. It's just beautiful. All right, let's go. It's time to ride. This looks like going into the into the elevator and all the like damage all around it. It's so cool. It's like charred and burnt.
Please stand back from the doors as they will be opening shortly.
First thing, we'll go in for a pre-show in the library. There's so many amazing props in here. The set is gorgeous.
A dimension of soul, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas you of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that. The time is now, on an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story in the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction. This, as you may recognize, is a maintenance service elevator, still in operation, waiting for you. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard, because in tonight's episode, you are the star, and this elevator travels directly to the Twilight Zone.
Your rooms are now ready. Please continue out to your left.
Amazing. I love to try to look at everything, but they really do move you through quickly, understandably. And it's very dark in here, but I love this vibe. One of the coolest pre-shows out there. The details in here are amazing. So then we enter kind of the bowels of the hotel, right? So we're going into the boiler room, there's laundry and maintenance, basement level, because we're going to be boarding a service elevator. And just like going into that boiler room vibe adds to the spookiness. It's so dark in here, the lighting is fantastic. Listen to the sounds too. It feels like you're in an episode, literally, of the Twilight Zone. Now there's a point in here where you can choose which line to get in, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in this one just because there's a part of the queue that I like to look at over here. Not because it's shorter, because I don't think that it is. It actually looks longer, but that's okay. There's a little secret note in there. So once you ride, you see how it says B through 12? That's 13. 13 stories! 13-story drop. All right, I've been put in row 6, which is the back row. Amazing.
Hold on to anything loose, and I will call you in row by row. Anything on your head or in your pockets will fly out, so do not move just yet. Wait one second. 6 stop left.
Thank you. All right, back row, baby. Back row. Oh my gosh, back corner. And here we go.
You are the passengers on the most uncommon elevator about to ascend your very own episode, the Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you. Discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension.
Oh boy.
This darkest corner.
Oh boy.
In the Tower of Terror.
I'm like blinded by the flash.
A warm welcome back to those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning. Something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings and watch our step as we exit through the end of the door.
I think everybody liked it. We definitely had some first-timers riding. You can always tell. And it just adds to the fun. Let's look for the ride photo now. All right, we grabbed the ride photo. Sometimes they include a ride video too. And I think it's cool that when you grab it, it's like ding, ding, ding with the bell right there. And you have this dusty, musty bellhop area back here. And then you exit back into the lobby of the Hollywood Tower Hotel with beautiful lobby desks, chandeliers, everything all decorated. And again, the story of this ride takes place on Halloween night, October 31st, 1939. So there is a sign here that says Halloween Gala tonight. And I would love that poster for our office. A bunch of creepy dolls, a most unusual camera, luggage found in the lobby on 10/20/39, doll found on the stairs. And you can also, sometimes there's cast members here doing pin trading, purchasing your ride photos and all of that. I also like here at the Halloween Gala Tonight poster that the glass is broken in the frame and they have like masquerade masks and gloves as, 1939 costume ideas. So it's really cool. And behind the counter here, they have guest book, pencils, and scissors. Everything is sourced to match the time period, like the phone and everything. There's some letters up here too. Everything's gorgeous. And then here is a mural, and I love this mural, and it's of the Hollywood Tower Hotel with some little Halloween decorations. So easy to miss these details, but so gorgeous. This lobby will be filled with people just coming off the ride, excited, chatting, laughing, screaming. I bet you've heard it all, haven't you? Oh yes, I have. I wish I could go inside of the Beverly room. I've always wanted to go in there. Alas, hotel staff only. Oh, and I'd love to one day get into the sunset room and see what's behind these beautifully, intricately carved wooden doors. Look at how locked up tight they've got it. A giant lock on it. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Look at even the carvings and the metal, everything here. So the way they painted this to look like it's just been sitting here since the 30s. Right next to the sunset room, they've got the menu for October 31st, 1939, the Halloween dinner menu here. Right as you're about to exit into the gift shop, they have some collectible medallions, different like Tower of Terror themed ones. There are also pressed pennies. You can get this one cool, the bellhop, different characters, keys, and Hollywood Tower Hotel logos and stuff. Very cool. Like most rides, you exit through the gift shop, and the Tower gift shop is just as beautifully themed as the lobby. I don't see anything new specifically for the 30th anniversary, but I do see some new things from when I was here last time, just about a week ago. Or was it like a week or so ago? This Stitch dressed like a bellhop here, super cute. There's a lot, definitely. Another reference to the Tip Top Club here. I love that. I love it. This is a beautiful souvenir. This shiny golden key. It looks like they've got new shirts out, these out of order shirts, and they're already wiped out. They're brand new. I think they just put them out today or yesterday. So they're $34.99. They've also got these new ears, these service elevator ears, super cool. They've got the lightning strike and the storm. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, and look in the back. It's got Mickey and Minnie dressed up 1930s style. Wow. This shirt is kind of a dark gray with golden sparkly design on it. It's similar to mine with the gold, but different. Mine is like a gold metallic, the one I'm wearing right now. We trust your stay has been a pleasant one. I love that. I love the little do not disturb door hanger. So if you saw my video from just like a week or two ago, this was all different stuff. Some of the things are the same, like the hat and stuff, but they have refreshed this. They have definitely swapped it out. Some of the things I saw then are gone, and I wish I would have gotten them. This hoodie is incredibly soft. It's a very like soft tan color, and it says, late one fateful night, they disappeared out of sight, 1939, Hollywood Tower Hotel, CAUS. If you get a little bit of Hotel California vibes from this attraction and theming, it's sort of on purpose because the architecture here was inspired by some famous Southern California landmarks like the Biltmore, the Mission Inn, even Griffith Park, a little bit of Art Deco mixed in their vibe, and also, of course, the creepy Twilight Zone theme gives you that, like, you can check in, but you can never leave. Or, to put it more appropriately, you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone. I'm getting this, definitely. Oh yeah, that's a must. I saw this shirt last time and I really wanted it, but there was only like a couple sizes left. But now they've got some more sizes, not a ton, but some. Ooh, this is cool. It's got that gold metallic like the current shirt that I'm wearing. And it says Beyond the Fifth Dimension. Oh, I love that too. Right now they've only got a few sizes left of some of the new popular stuff. I love this one too, but they really have like no sizes left. Welcome back to those who made it. I love that too. That's $44.99. This is like a weird, very weird sleeve. I don't know what this is, but it's a weird sleeve. Now we looked at this last time, but there's even more added here for the Nightmare Before Christmas section. And it's just slammed with people looking at it. And of course I showed you this amazing pumpkin mug. It says the Pumpkin King on it. It's I think my favorite. Oh, the Crocs are cool too. Ooh, they also have, here's Zero, right? And they have these Jack Skellington heads and they light up in different colors. And they're super cool. A votive candle holder, right? And it's got Oogie Boogie, so he'll light up and glow. Super cool too. Let's go outside. These display windows are super cool. And you know, they're ready for Halloween night. So we've got like Halloween decorations in here and all sorts of creepy cool stuff. And these mannequins dressed to the nines. They're ready to party at the Tip Top Club for sure. Look at those heels. Don't miss our Gala Halloween Extravaganza Elegant Costumery, available now at the apparel shop. Here at the other window across the way, they also have some Halloween decorations that give that 30s vibe. Oh my gosh, I love them. Look at this. I try to like block the glare. You see that guy? He is not playing around. This guy, he is absolutely playing around. The other guy's not playing around, he is playing around. Another fun fact for you, this is one of the tallest attractions at Walt Disney World. It's 199 feet tall. They keep them always under 200. I think one of the more popular fun facts that a lot of people love to point out and love to look for is that in the video, in the pre-show, the little girl is carrying a Mickey doll, old school Mickey doll. So it's like a hidden Mickey in the attraction. And that's one of my favorites too. It's a good one. Another popular one is that if you see the back of this attraction from Epcot, it's designed to blend into the far background of the Morocco Pavilion and not stand out. And that's just a really cool feat of Disney Imagineering as well. Very thoughtful. During the 90s, there was a renaissance in Disney films and kind of in Disney Imagineering too. When this was built in 1994, they really, I don't want to say spared no expense, because I'm sure there were expenses spared and budgets and all of that, but they made it look like no expense was spared. They really put details into parts of the attraction, indoors and outdoors, that guests might not even see, like areas that, like this on the side, all of this intricate detail in the stonework that you wouldn't see unless you're standing on the side, to really completely immerse you into the story and make it so that wherever you're standing, you do not forget that you are at the Hollywood Tower Hotel in California, 1939, Halloween night. And I love that level of thoughtfulness. You can look at something like Rise of the Resistance, and it is a feat of Imagineering, and it's an amazing attraction, and it is very well themed, and it is awesome, especially for Star Wars fans. But for the time that this was built, this was a true feat of Imagineering. And the other versions of this ride aren't quite the same. They're all different, especially while the Disneyland version has been turned into a Guardians of the Galaxy attraction, which I really hope they do not do here. Please, please. Please keep it what it is. The Twilight Zone, like how amazing is that? They would never do this today, but hopefully we get to keep it because I love Twilight Zone. If you love science fiction, even a little bit of spooky, a little bit of horror, the old episodes, the old black and white episodes, they still stand up. They are still just as enjoyable to watch today as they were then, and they still say so much about society now as they did then too. There are lessons to be learned from Twilight Zone episodes, I tell you what. When you're outside of the attraction, you can hear people screaming, and some people say it's like a pumped in sound effect. And I don't know, maybe that is there also, but you can definitely hear people really screaming too. I wish one day I could go up these steps and go up there. Sometimes you'll see characters up here on this balcony waving down to guests. The musical soundtrack out here is fantastic. The landscaping even. At night, the way this is lit, it's really, really something to see. Look, you can see. Can you see like the twinkle lights behind the Hollywood Tower Hotel? There it is. I'm going back in through the standby line just to kind of check out more of the exterior details here. There's more water fountains here in the line, which is nice too. From here in the line, you can see the elevator doors opening and closing, and you can see them from out on Sunset Boulevard too. You can hear cicadas in the trees. That moment when those doors opens, it like blinds you. It looks so pretty through the trees. They have this spooky soundtrack that is so perfect. Really get you in the zone. The Twilight Zone. This incredible southern live oak provides shade for the queue, and it just adds so much atmosphere. And look, it looks like it's getting cloudy. The broken bricks. Ooh, the standby line is full. This is just like, can I have a yard that looks like this, please? Please. So we know here in Florida we're gonna get summer storms pretty much every afternoon, and I love them. There's something so cozy and beautiful about a Florida afternoon summer storm, and it looks like it's coming in right on time. I love the cast member uniforms here too. Super cool. Keep out. Management of this hotel assumes no responsibility for your safety. This facility is closed until further notice, October 31st, 1939. You just walk by it and miss it, but it's like perfection. They just don't make them like they used to. This is a perfectly designed attraction, in my opinion. Of course, the fact that it's spooky and creepy and takes place on Halloween, yes, that definitely adds to it. Right now, there's only a 45-minute standby wait. That is not bad at all. And when both elevators are working, it's smooth sailing. And there's shade in the line and water fountains at least too. Another cool detail is back here they have like the groundskeeper area where they have all of the, landscaping tools and a shed and a wheelbarrow. This is what I'm talking about. And a ladder up here and everything. And I love how even the stroller parking is themed as valet parking. And even though Disney didn't do anything special for the 30th anniversary, it's special that it's still here, and I hope it's here for a long time to come. Let's have a look at the 5 and dime. In the theme parks and resorts section of pins, there's a couple rows of Tower of Terror pins that are gorgeous. Well, even though Disney didn't do anything particular for the 30th anniversary of Tower of Terror, it was fun to be here to celebrate an attraction that I and so many of us love. There are so many reasons to love the Tower of Terror. It's unique, it's grand, it's a really large attraction, it's 13 floors of fun, the randomized drops, the spooky vibe, the Twilight Zone. It's an IP you wouldn't think Disney would work with and is unexpected here in the park. It's a year-round spooky attraction, so the only other one here at Walt Disney World is the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom. But it's also a family-friendly attraction, and you'll see people of all ages riding this, families riding it together, laughing, screaming, having the time of their lives, loving it. You can always tell when there's first-timers, which is great. There's so many things that are special about it, and it's the original Tower of Terror attraction right here at Walt Disney World. Kind of a shame that you don't get as good of a look into that front lobby as you used to, because they've divided the lines into two with the Lightning Lane and the regular line. But Genie Plus is going away soon. They're changing the whole system to Lightning Lane Multi-Pass. I've been talking about it a little bit in each video, and Lightning Lane Single Pass, and I'll talk about it more because that happens the day after this video comes out. It starts. Now this new system, you'll be able to choose your Lightning Lanes in advance, but you can't for the first day that it starts. The 24th, this week, this Wednesday it starts, you can't pick in advance for that day. So that's interesting. It just kicks off that day where you can start to pick 3 days in advance of your trip for like pass holders and ticket holders, and 7 days in advance for Disney resort guests at, you know, the select Disney resorts. Genie Plus is gone. It's over. It's done. Today's the last day we're using it. That was the last ride I'm using it for. It's donezo. So any research you've done on Genie Plus, it's time to go back to the drawing board and do your homework. It's very similar, and they're still called Lightning Lanes, but it's going to be a very different system. So I will definitely do all I can to share it with you, talk about it. I've talked about it in one video already, which I will share the link for in the pinned comment so you can get the basics down, and then I'll talk about it again once it kicks off. Let me know if you have any specific questions about it so I can make sure to address those as well. And I just want to help you have the best vacation ever and bring you the theme park vibes and have fun with you. Today was just kind of a silly little, I want to come out and celebrate the Tower of Terror. Visit the Hollywood Tower Hotel, check in, check out, just celebrating a ride that I really, really love. We're having such a fun summer around here. Thank you for hanging out with me for all of it. I will see you for the next video, and until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye!